Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for this special NBA presentation. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Launches a three, hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Fournier with the ball. The three ball. Oh, almost had a four-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Evan Fournier has proven he's someone you can put on the floor and expect results. So whatever the team needs, especially on the offensive end, he's ready to give his all.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Parker. And he nails the third.
And Fournier out there as a floor spacer, someone who's going to stretch out the defense and give everybody room to operate, make their jobs a little bit easier.
Here's Hernan Gomez, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh my, what a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Vezinkov. Counted.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
To the inside, here's Hernan Gomez.
Willie Hernan Gomez does things the right way, this time executing in the screen and roll.
Outside Fournier. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Got a piece of it.
Ball is turned over. Home team ball.
So it's the home team now. Satoransky outside. Hernan Gomez inside. Here's Metu. Pure from three-point range.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Fournier covering. Kicks it out to Anderson. Misses the three. Outside Fournier. From deep. He buries it from three. Fournier's got 6.
Yep, there's a reason why Fournier takes a ton of threes. And he's pretty good at it.
Satoransky outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And he converts the layup. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Takes the three, fires in the triple.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Outside Fournier. Oh, it's stolen away. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
1:15 left in the first. Pass to Vizinkov. Fournier with the ball. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 9.
No hesitation from Evan Fournier.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. The three is up. It's hauled in by Fall. Outside Fournier. Here's Vizinkov. Pass to Fall. On the wing, Fournier. Here's Vizinkov. Knocks down the triple. Vizinkov's got 5 points.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul.
.16 seconds left now in the first quarter. There's a screen. Counted from distance.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Leading by 1. And we'll get the second quarter on. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Evans, that's good.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Parker inside. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Evans. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. Here's Peters. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Fall. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's the pick. 3-pointer. Up top, Parker. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Pass to Evans. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Here's Parker. Drills it from deep. Parker's got 5 now. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
There's a screen. Down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And they're on the break. From the corner. Tries again. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Inside. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Peters. Oh, he misses the easy stuff.
He's going to hear from his teammates after that one. Not quite sure what happened.
First team foul. At the line for 1.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. To the inside. Cuts off the pass. To the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's the fast break. A minute 6 left to play in the half. 4 on the clock. He's off on the layup.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
The 3. No good on the shot. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Parker outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
20 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Evans. Yes, it's good. Evans has got 4 points in the quarter.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
He drops it from range. Give him 8. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
Plenty of LOVE. That's what you can do about this game. Love it. Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the...
Thanks for tuning in.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Man, you got to like what we're seeing from Evan Fournier.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Zinkov, and the 3 off target.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen to the paint. Fournier with a rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. Also Chimezie Metu out there. And it's Satoransky in at the 1.
I got to look up in the dictionary. How do you say composed in French? That's what Fournier was.
He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. That's good from Fournier. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Fournier covering. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Metu.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Fires for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. 11 points in the game. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Here's the Zinkov. He's got 5. Fournier for 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
There's a screen by Metu. Let's go with a 3. Satoransky shot is off. Satoransky's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Drops in the layup for 2.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. It's Anderson on the wing. Satoransky outside. Fournier covering. Shot clock at 5. And rejected. Here's Fall. No points so far. They grab their own miss. Second chance effort. It doesn't go for him. There's a screen by Metu. For 3. It's hauled in by Fall. Now here's Fournier. Covered by Satoransky. Fournier with the bucket. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Knocks it down from distance.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Fournier, the pass to Fall. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Now here's Satoransky. There's the drive, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Pass to Zinkov. Outside Fournier. Fires the 3. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. Fournier covering. Satoransky outside. There's a screen by Metu. Shot is up. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Pass to Zinkov. Here's Fournier. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
So they take the lead.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 6.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Up 2. And right after this, we'll bring... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the take. The layup misses.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Evans. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Peters. Pass to Evans. Deflects the pass. Here's Dorsey. Connects from downtown. Dorsey's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
And he banks in the layup.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Vesely. There's a screen. Sinks that one from the post.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Parker inside. Here's Vesely. From outside the arc. Come on. Rebounded by Evans.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. 5 to shoot. Here's Peters. Pulls up. No good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Fall. And that one is hammered home.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Evans. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Misses the layup.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he makes it on the layup.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Yep, that one goes.
You know what? This game has been fun to watch. Both teams exchanging heavyweight blows.
1:06 left to play in the 4th quarter. Shoots. Doesn't go for him. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fournier. Here's the Zinkov. Here's Papanikolaou. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game. Here's Parker. Fournier covering. Has to Fall. Fournier goes in. Here's the Zinkov. Ball passes to Fournier. 6 to shoot. Oh, wow. Unable to get off a shot. They'll turn it over. Very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Off target from downtown. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brooks with no one around. Lets it go with a three. Drains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Brooks covering. Hernan Gomez a screen. Second chance shot. Can't capitalize inside. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
And now just over a minute played here in the first.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Over to the wing. Parker outside. Drives to the hoop. Off on the layup.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Shields. And the three off target. Satoransky in the corner. Pass to Medu. Now here's Satoransky. Defense right on him. Offensive rebound. Here's Hernan Gomez.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
To the left wing, Shields. It's good from about 19 feet. He's got 7. And the home team has possession. 4-point game. Parker passes to Medu. Satoransky with it. From downtown. Doesn't go for him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Brooks against Satoransky. Brooks with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Shields. No good from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
They set the pick. From outside, off the mark. To the wing on the left. Lets it go from deep. Pass to Brooks. 5 to shoot. Over to the left wing. From past the arc. The rebound by Medu. Parker right side. And the dunk by Parker.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Wasted no time on that one. 10 points for him.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
First personal foul, second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Anderson. Not a lot of room. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Shields, defended by Anderson. Fires the three. That one doesn't go. Here's Abrinas. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Good on the three-point shot. Shields drills it from outside.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Abrinas with 2 seconds left. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Leading by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the small forward.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mirotic just got himself on the board with 3 there. And Anderson kicks to Abrinas. Driving inside. And there it is for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Mirotic's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Back to Abrinas. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Vesely passes to Laprovitola. Anderson outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Anderson's got 6.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Provitola passes to Anderson. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. There's the triple. Here's Fall. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Back to Mirotic. The 3 gets the three-pointer to fall. 6 points for him.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Takes the 3. That shot missing.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
That one goes in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Anderson outside. Here he goes. And Anderson slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect for the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, G.A., the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. They are definitely shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Quizair, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
3 points.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Here's Abrinas. McCormick with the rebound. 1:15 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Quizair. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
With the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Provitola passes to Anderson. They need this. Bangs home the trifecta. Anderson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Vesely, and Vesely slams it in.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's the screen. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so we conclude the first half. Leading by 9. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass it.
And let's move on and see. And that is it for halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard. There's the 3. He can't get that one.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Shields. And it's off from three-point range. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And Satoransky kicks to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Brooks. Satoransky, no good on the three.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
They get it back. Shields drills the three-pointer. He's got 16.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Parker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Good on this shot.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Shields covered by Parker. Shields. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Goes to the away team.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Medu. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And there's the drive.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Medu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Snatched up. Shields hits it from three-point range. 27 points for him.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here they come. From deep three-point territory. Oh, he hit it!
How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
.54 seconds left in the third quarter. Can they get it? Here's Medu. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Connects from three-point range.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Launches from deep. Setoransky grabs the miss.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
It's Parker outside. That shot off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Anderson, and it's Fall in at the center position. Mirotic with it, and Vesely picks him up defensively.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Puts up a deep three. McCormick with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside Mirotic. Off target from three-point range.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
They set the pick. Pass to Laprovitola. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's Abrinas. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Outside Mirotic. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
There's a screen. Here's Laprovitola. It's tipped. Fast break. Here they come. Ahead. Here's Quizer. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Fall passes to Laprovitola. Plays it up and banks it in. Laprovitola's got his first 2 points.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Mirotic. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Fires from deep. The shot's good from Laprovitola.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep. Here's Quizer. He's covered by Anderson. And the shot goes down.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Mirotic grabs the miss. Here's Quizer. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Abrinas, the pass to Laprovitola. Here's Fall. Pass to Abrinas. Beyond the arc. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Vesely passes to Laprovitola. A three from Anderson. McCormick with the rebound. Here's Quizair. Off target with his three. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Laprovitola, and Mirotic sends it back. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. On defense, the visitors. Laprovitola, no good. Here's Quizair. Now Mirotic. Fires from way outside. It's off. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's it.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. On the wing, Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Got a hand on it. And here's the fast break. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Lets a three fly. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Fournier. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Balmaro. Inside. The rebound by Vezenkov.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's Papanikolaou. And he makes it on the layup.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. They set a pick. Counted from distance. He has 6.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Now here's Fournier. Defense right on him. And the shot goes.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
It's tipped. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Balmaro. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Blocked! And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. There's the triple. Sinks the tray.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
The shot by Fournier, no good.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Fournier covering. Picked it out of midair. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's the Zinkov. No points so far. Here's Papanikolaou. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Will it go? Shot blocked. It's 2-on-1. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the 3. Here's Zinkov. Knocks down the long J.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried.
3 points.
18 points for him.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor. Man, good whistle there.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
And he makes the first.
0. Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, a really deep 3 that time. He's got 21.
That assertive mentality, I mean, just rising up from deep and draining it.
Pass to Fall. Outside Fournier for 3. Drops in the 3. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Now here's Brooks. Pass to Mirotic. Back to Brooks. They set the pick. Got it. Brooks has got his first points of the night.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this down.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Jacks up a 3. No good. Here's Peters. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters from deep three-point land. The shot no good. Brooks with it. The three is up. Mirotic can't get it to go. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Clock at 6. Pure from three-point range. Peters has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Mirotic. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Ryan, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Launches a three. On target from range. He's got 5.
With all that space, it's so hard for the defense to stay connected to everyone.
The three. Offensive rebound. Launches it from deep. No luck on that one.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Here's Peters. This one for 3. Brooks with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to McCormick. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. Here's Dorsey. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first half. He drops it from range.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Mirotic. The three. It's not going to go for him.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Dorsey. They set the screen. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Brooks outside. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Brooks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Dorsey. McCormick with a rebound. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Evans. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. Here's Mirotic. Got it up. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Ending the first half with an exclamation point. The three-pointer adding insult to injury.
So we conclude the first half. They lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You have certain players that live and die by the three. Right now, they are L-I-V-I-N, living. Connecticut.
And now, not a bad. Thanks for joining us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. kick out to Fournier. Pass to Fall. His first shot attempt, and the jumper falls for him.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And he's good on the first of three.
Shields at the line for three.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Outside Fournier. Pass to Fall. Outside Fournier. The three is up. Balmaro grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Hits the three-pointer.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Papanikolaou. Balmaro grabs the board. Fournier covering. Fires it. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. 28 points for him.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Fournier. He's got 7. Pass to Vezenkov. 4 on the clock. And he hits the jumper. Vezenkov's got 5 points.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
To the left wing. Pass to Balmaro. Oh! Wow! Boom! He jams it straight down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. The shot by Fournier, no good.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Right wing. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. 10 points for him.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
They set the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And the basket by Balmaro.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
.146 left in the third quarter here. Here's Fournier. Missed inside.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And he jams it home with authority.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Launches it. No luck on that one. Balmaro no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Fall. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good. Here's Balmaro. Fournier covering. 4-3. No good. 8 for 12 from the field now. Here's Papanikolaou. It's stolen. Here's the break. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Sends it home from three-point land.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. From downtown. Doesn't go that time.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Kept alive. Here's Fall. Back to Fournier. A deep three. He can't hit that time.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal play.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Up by 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
4th quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So it's the home team now. A 12-point game. Here's Dorsey. Up and in on the layup.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Fires in the triple.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Peters, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
To the wing on the left. Gets some space and buries the jumper.
Assist from number 7.
Pass to Evans. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Peters, no good. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Takes the 3. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From behind the arc. The shot comes out. It's a one-on-one situation. And he's going for the lob.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
3-pointer. Hits the trifecta.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. There's a screen. To the wing, right side. Misses the 3. 3-pointer. Buries it from 3. Dorsey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to McCormick. Driving in, and he slams it in one-handed.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
A minute 20 left in the game. And there's the screen. Out left to the wing. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
It's so hard to pass up a three-pointer when the D is completely scattered.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
This is what winning is all about, playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Mirotic. Drains the triple.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
A great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Brooks. Not a lot of room. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Peters. Nails it from three. The visitors with the ball. They led by as many as 18. Fires from way outside. And the miss. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They have to feel good about this performance.
welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Metu. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. Satoranski there with Parker. That one's good for Zenkov.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's Papanikolaou. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Vezenkov, covered by Parker. 5 on the clock. Parker with the steal. Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Launches it. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Satoranski looking around. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Satoranski. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Baseline try. And that one hits back iron. Hernan Gomez against Fournier. There's the pick. From deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To the inside. And it's all evened up. 5 points in the game.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. Off target from outside. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. It's Fournier on the wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Traps in the tray.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Here's Metu. They get it again. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, quick to the punch. Good anticipation by Willie, that time owning the offensive glass.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Parker left side. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Missed inside. Pass to Fall. Driving the lane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, we know this. Fournier is a multi-position guy, and how adept was that pass? Really nice.
.52 seconds left in the first. Satoranski, the pass to Metu. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Pass to Vezenkov. From the arc. Hands it from downtown. Vezenkov's got 6 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Satoranski. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Medu passes to Satoransky. He's guarded by Fournier. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He has 7. 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Three-pointer. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. They're up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
The shot's good from Laprovitola.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the power forwards position. Good.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Anderson kicks to Abrinas. It's deflected. Here's Peters.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen by Anderson.
Well, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. I mean, that's one of the few mistakes they've made in what has been a good half. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And here's Evans outside. A second chance effort. Puts it up from 17. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
It's Anderson with the drive.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Laprovitola passes to Abrinas. It's good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Evans. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Abrinas. Pulls up. Can't nail the jumper.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Dorsey, that's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Anderson right side. Latrey misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Now Dorsey. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Fall.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Vesely, and a slam dunk by Vesely.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Abrinas. Offensive rebound. Fall. Count it. Good. Fall's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
Here's Evans. Up and in on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
1:07 left in the second quarter. Evans with the steal. Now Dorsey. Here's Peters. Good on the triple. Peters has got his first 3 points of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Abrinas, and he banks in the layup. 40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Peters kicks to Evans. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Here's Abrinas from deep three-point territory. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Abrinas has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
And that concludes the first half. They're up by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said.
And now let's take a moment. Thanks for joining us. Now,
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point. And it's Parker in the corner. And here's the fast break. Finished off the break. 5 points in the game.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And he drives in. 2 points. That one goes.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Fournier into the lane. It's good.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Fall with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And it's Vezenkov missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
For 3. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Stolen by Satoransky. It's Parker outside. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 3rd assist on the night. Parker's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker. Stolen by Satoransky. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Medu. Now, here's Satoransky. He's covered closely.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Puts up a 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Satoransky covering. Pass to Vezenkov. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now, here's Satoransky. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Satoransky's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Hernan Gomez with a screen on Fournier. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Pass to Fall. Fires the 3. Satoransky grabs the miss.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. No good on the triple. Out to the right wing. Papanikolaou kicks to Fournier. Buries it from three-point range. Fournier's got 7.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
To the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
They've got Fall, and it's Latro Vitola in at the point.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
First team foul.
Here's Abrinas. The 3. No good that time.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Peters. Dorsey in the post. He's against Vesely. They get it back. Anderson in the post. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the paint. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Dorsey. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists tonight. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Inside, here's Vesely, and a slam dunk by Vesely.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Dorsey, that's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Anderson outside, fires for 3, sinks the triple.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Dorsey's gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. They set the pick. Provitola passes to Vesely. The kick out to Anderson. Here's Abrinas. 6 on the shot clock. Over Dorsey. Abrinas' shot is off. Abrinas has got 3 of his 9 shots to fall. Pass to Dorsey. Buries it down low. Dorsey's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
Abrinas' shot is off.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Now Dorsey lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Laprovitola. Pass to Abrinas. Here's Fall. Jacks up a 3. Laprovitola, no good. We've got 1:23 left in the game. There's the pick. Kicks it out to Evans. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Anderson for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Anderson's gone 2 for 3 from deep. From deep, Evans buries the long-range jumper.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
43 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Driving in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Vesely passes to Abrinas. A 3-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Nice shot by Evans.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field. I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chimezie Metu, and it's Parker in at the 3 spot. Now here's Satoransky. Takes a 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And here's the fast break. Brooks from outside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Satoransky right side. And he dunks it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's the 3. That shot off. There's a screen to the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Now here's Satoransky. Metu off target with the 3.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
Parker with it. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Offensive rebound. Six on the shot clock. Offline from the top of the key.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Satoransky. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. 6 points for him.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Unloads. Great look there, but off target.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Now here's Satoransky. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And he drives in. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. That shot's good by Parker.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Offensive board. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. And the 3-pointer goes.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
There's a screen by Metu. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Parker. Here's Satoransky. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort. Satoransky's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
No good with a jumper from the wing.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Knocks it down from distance. 18 points for him.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Let's go with a 3. That one no good.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Fires away from way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
He buries it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
6 to shoot. Here's Anderson. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Pass to Mirotic. From deep. It's hauled in by Fall. And here's Anderson. And he lays it up and in. Anderson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
There's a screen. There's the 3. First shot won't go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And it's good for 2. He's got 5.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Mirotic can't get it to go. They get it again. And he goes in for the dunk.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. From the arc. Sinks it from distance.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And the 3 off target. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
The 3 ball gets the 3 to fall.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Anderson with a screen. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Lets it go from deep. Here's Fall, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB, physical, get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Three-pointer. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Here's the pick. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's McCormick. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anderson for 3. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. In transition, here they come. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And that one good. 10 points for him.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Here's the 3. It doesn't go for him.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
It's tipped. There's 31 seconds left to play in the second quarter. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Offline with a 3. Takes a 3. Doesn't go for him. He's off on that one. And the first half now in the books. Leading by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days? All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the visiting team.
They've been
Thanks for tuning in.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Satoransky outside. The 3. That shot, no good. We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Launches it. The offensive rebound. Outside for Brooks. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Parker outside. No good from outside.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Fires from deep. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
And he knocked down 4 triples in the first half. You got to stay in his hip pocket.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. And the layup falls. Parker's got his second basket of the game.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Jacks up a 3. Parker defending. Hits the trifecta. He has 29 now.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Satoransky shot is off.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
From outside the arc, knocks down the long J.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Pass to Balmaro. The shot. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Here's Satoransky. And it's in there. Satoransky's got 8.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's Parker. Pass to Metu. From behind the arc. Satoransky outside. Here's Parker. Here's Hernan Gomez. Missed it, even after all of those chances.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 15 left in the third. Here's Balmaro. Still without a bucket. No good on the 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Parker. Misses off the left iron.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way. Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Count it, good. He's got 5.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Parker defending. 3-pointer. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Takes the 3. Brooks with the rebound. Parker defending. Pass to Brooks. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 36 points.
Leading scorer on the night, and he looks very hungry for more. Keep feeding him. Operation Feed the Horse.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Pass to Mirotic. Puts up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
For 3. And finally, they hit one.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Launches a 3. Unable to get that one.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Anderson for 3. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Here's Mirotic. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
There's the triple. That shot off the mark. Well, it's going to take something special now to get him back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem likely.
Anderson gets the bucket. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Anderson's gone 50% from the field, 3 out of 6. Pass to Mirotic. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And there's a pick. Fires the three. On target from range. From the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Coaches loving the ball movement.
So it's the home team now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Let's go with a three. Anderson pulls it down. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They grab their own miss. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He knocks down the first one.
Grizli. 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From deep. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mirotic. Three-pointer, no good. Outside, Anderson. They set a pick. The three is up. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Fires from way outside. It counts. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the power forward. Brooks covering. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
And that one is good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
For the three. Fall with the rebound. Outside Fournier. They grab their own miss. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Knocked away. There's a good screen. Shields. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Fournier. To the right side. Right wing. Here's Vezenkov. Pass to Papanikolaou. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Shields sinks the three-pointer. He has 6.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
Here's Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Rebounded by Balmoro. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Brooks covering. Pass to Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Looking to end the run. That shot misses.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Shields. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Fall. Brooks covering. Out left to the wing. From outside the arc. Papanikolaou, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:31 left in the first quarter of the game. Going inside. Rebounded by Balmoro.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
On the wing, Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Vezenkov. Launches a 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. It's good from long range.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Fournier for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
How about Fournier? The aggressive answer 3 of his own.
Here's the 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Vezenkov's missing. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. To the paint. And that one is hammered home.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
They set the screen. Shields. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is...
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Up by 12. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Count that one.
77. Assist from Peters.
Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Here's Milutinov, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mirotic has a wide open look. A 3-pointer is right on target. Mirotic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Evans, guarded closely. Deflects the pass. And they're running. Shoots the 3. Trains the 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Peters, covered by Mirotic. The layup missed. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. 3-pointer to the left side wing. Here's the 3. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Got that one up quick.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And here's Evans outside.
And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc. And they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 6.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money. Star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Covered by Evans. Outside for Mirotic. The tray. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Here's Peters. The long distance 3 is buried. Peters has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Cozier. A 3. Drops in the tray.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Peters with the bucket. Peters has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mirotic, the screen. The 3. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Evans. There's the screen. Launches it. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Quizer, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
The visiting team
leading by 17. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
And looking at the players of the month. Thank you for being with us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 17. Pass to Vezenkov. Fournier with the ball. Here's Vezenkov. From deep three-point land. And he can't jam it through. Vezenkov's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5.
Out of their last 5 mates, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Papanikolaou. Brooks covering. It's Fournier on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. They've got Fall. And it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 spot. Gets the three-pointer to Fall.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Pass to Vezenkov. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Vezenkov's got 6.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Papanikolaou. The quick look, no good that time.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Lets it go with the 3. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Makes it off the glass. Papanikolaou's got his second bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Out to the wing. Here's Palmore. They get it back. Shields. And the officials call a traveling violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they're one of those teams that people seem to underestimate. Not expecting to be this high on the list at this point in the year.
Cans it from downtown. And he has 28 points for the game.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Pass to Vezenkov. And he lays it straight in.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
It's picked off. And here comes the break. Fournier for three. 1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. That one's good. Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got 11.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
There's the three. No good on that one. Driving. Oh!
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, this building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Out on his own on the break. Here's Palmaro. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Outside Fournier from past the arc. That shot is off.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
That's tipped, and that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. That one's good. Vezenkov.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
He gets it in there.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Hits the three-point bomb. He has 31. It's tipped, and it ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
So it's the visitors now. Takes a three. Hits it from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 18. And we're coming back in just a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Count it. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the night.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Three-pointer buries the long-range jumper.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like
when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Here's Peters from deep. Pass to Dorsey. Fires from way outside. Kept alive. Here's Milutinov. No good with the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Tipped away, and they're on the break. Pass to Mirotic. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range. Mirotic has got 6 in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
From downtown, the shot by Dorsey, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Peters with the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now Dorsey. Pass to Peters. Here's Evans. The three ball. To the left wing. Here's Dorsey. The three-pointer off the mark.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
He had a nice open look right there.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Personal foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Covered by Evans. And the three ball is good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Cozier. Beyond the arc. That one, no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.